everyone. This video is going to be about the must-dos and the top 3 Fastpass choices for the Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe. My buddy Alice is here as always. Check out my Facebook page at Vacation with the Magic by Shelby. It's a great page to like and to follow along. So in this video, I'm going to discuss, as I said, the must-dos for the Magic Kingdom, and then at the end, I'm going to give you my top 3 choices for Fastpasses for the Magic Kingdom. Now, for must-dos, what I did was I divided it by lands, and there are 6 lands in the Magic Kingdom: Main Street, USA, Fantasyland, Tomorrowland, Liberty Square, Adventureland, and Frontierland. I did not include Main Street because it has some attractions like the jitney and stuff like that. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, check out my video before this, which I will have the information down below, which gives you an overview and some tips for the Magic Kingdom. The first land I'm going to is Fantasyland. The must-dos of Fantasyland include a lot of classic Walt Disney World rides. The first one up is Peter Pan's Flight. While it does need some updating, maybe with painting and stuff like that, it is a really fun and easy-going ride that anybody can ride of all ages. And the queue is especially cool, especially since they updated it. I'm not going to give you any spoilers or anything. So Peter Pan's Flight is a must-do in Fantasyland. Right across from that, It's a Small World, another classic ride. An easygoing boat ride that everybody can enjoy. Now, the song may get stuck in your head, and sometimes we can only ride this once, maybe twice, depending on, how we feel per vacation. But, if it is your first time, it is definitely a must-do. My third must-do for Fantasyland is Dumbo, and Dumbo is the ride that most people think about when they think of the Magic Kingdom. It is a basic spin ride. It goes up, it goes around, it comes back down, and you get off. And everybody can ride this ride and enjoy it. My fourth and final must-do for Fantasyland is Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Now, this is a mini roller coaster. It is not very long. It does not have big drops or anything like that. It's got great scenery, and it's a lot of fun, and it's a short ride as well. It does have a height restriction, so check out my blog. I have all the information on that. That will be up Friday after this video goes up. But Seven Dwarfs Mine Train was a great addition to Fantasyland. Tomorrowland. There are 2 must-dos in Tomorrowland, and the first one is from the 1964 World Fair in New York, and that is the Carousel of Progress. And it is a lovely show, and you sit, and the theater does move, but it's not fast. It's a show. Everybody can enjoy it. It's a great place to take a nice afternoon break because it's air conditioned and it's dark, and it's a nice piece of Walt Disney World history. My second must-do in Tomorrowland is Space Mountain. Can I forget Space Mountain? Another classic ride. This is an indoor roller coaster, and this is a bigger roller coaster in my mind than Seven Dwarfs Mine Train just because it is longer as well, and it is usually pretty dark. Sometimes you can make out parts of the track, and sometimes you cannot. So keep that in mind, and that also has a height restriction as well. Liberty Square. There's a couple attractions in Liberty Square. Actually, there are 3, but the one that is a must-do is my favorite of all time, and that is the Haunted Mansion. And in the Haunted Mansion, you ride a doom buggy, and you go through and you have a brief tour of the mansion. So you see all aspects of the mansion as well as its inhabitants. It is not scary. It is Disney scary. So it's not scary. There are some things that children, very, very small children, might find scary, or they may not. It depends on your child. You know them better than anybody. Frontierland has 3 must-dos. Country Bear Jamboree. And I know you might think I'm a wackadoo for saying this, but Country Bear Jamboree is fantastic. It is a classic. It is funny. It is cute. And it is a nice afternoon break. The next one is Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. Now, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad is also a roller coaster, and it is bigger than Seven Dwarfs. I would actually might say it's a little bit bigger than Space Mountain, only because it's outside, so everything seems bigger. But it is a ton of fun. It goes faster than Space Mountain. I think it goes faster. It feels like it goes faster than Space Mountain. And the third must-do for Frontierland is Splash Mountain. And Splash Mountain is adorable with Brer Rabbit and Brer Bear and Brer Fox, and it has great theming. It is a log flume ride, so there are a couple small drops, as well as at the end there is a giant drop. You may get wet on this ride, so keep that in mind. My tip for Splash Mountain is if you have a backpack or anything, I have a waterproof thing I bought at Walmart that goes over the outside of my backpack. But if you stop in at the gift shop, they will give you a clear bag, and it's pretty big, and you can put your backpack in there to keep it nice and dry. Splash Mountain is also a long ride, so it's a great bang for your buck ride, and it does, as well as Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, have height restrictions, so check that out for your little ones. The final land with my must-dos is Adventureland, and first up is Pirates of the Caribbean, another classic ride. See a theme? Pirates is a great boat ride, and it's relaxing. There is one tiny drop. Literally, I always tell my kids, you know when it's coming, and if you just count 1, 2, done. And that's it. And it's relaxing, and it's wonderful theming, and it's nice and cool, and it is just take your breath away amazing. And my final must-do in Adventureland, actually my final must-do for the Magic Kingdom, is the Jungle Cruise. Another classic ride. It is punny, it is jokey, you're on a boat. Everyone can ride it. They take you through the rivers and the areas of the world. And it is a lot of fun. I suggest doing it in the day and at night if you can during your vacation. All right, my top 3 fast passes for the Magic Kingdom. Magic Kingdom is hard because Magic Kingdom, there are a lot of rides that you can fast pass. And if you have any questions about it, please shoot me a comment. Check out my blog. I have the list of all the rides that you can fast pass. I even do it by age groups for children as well, under kids, so that way if you're not sure which rides to fast pass for your children, you can check that out as a guide, as a reference. Like, it is hard. So I actually don't have a top 3. I have a top 3.5. Number 3 shares a spot. So for number 1, I'm going to say Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Even though it's a small roller coaster, this is still a hot ticket. It is pretty much brand new, the newest ride in the Magic Kingdom. And people run to this in the morning. And the line gets long fast. So it's nice if you have that fast pass so you don't have to worry about it. My second choice is Peter Pan's Flight. Now, I always, when I mention Peter Pan's Flight, say how amazing the queue is. And it is amazing. And I develop itineraries for my clients, so if they want to see that queue, you can do it without a problem. But that line gets long fast, and there are parts of it where it is boring, and there are parts of it where you're outside in the sun. And I don't understand, it must be because no. So I would recommend a fast pass for it. If you definitely have to ride Peter Pan's Flight, which I think you should, especially if it's your first time to the Magic Kingdom, then you should have a fast pass for it. My third fast pass pick for the Magic Kingdom shares a spot, and it would be Splash Mountain and Space Mountain. And it depends on your party. It depends if you're only there for 1 day. It depends on who's riding. It depends on a lot of things. And only you know what is best for your group. Splash Mountain and Space Mountain both have lines that are long and I think are boring. Space Mountain has some interaction, and there are some games once you get up in the line. But until then, they can be long, they can be out the door, they can be around the corner, depending on what time of year you are going. So if you're only being able to go for 1 day, then I would set up an itinerary where you can ride rides and not have to worry about fast passing them. If you need help with that, if you haven't booked your trip yet, let me know. That's what I do. I love it. I'm a travel agent who specializes in Disney, and my favorite part is actually doing the itineraries for my clients. It is so much fun. So that is it for this video on my Magic Kingdom must-dos and fast passes. Next week, I'm going to give a brief overview and some tips for Epcot, and we'll just continue on with the series. So thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.